Hey Proto, thank you for that sub for 14 months. I don't know how to replay it. I'm sorry. But I saw it and it made me go live, so that's more power than most subscriptions get you. I feel like that's a win. You got an extra few seconds out of the go live. We got Thalrak here, obviously King of Destruction. That's why the background's red.
Oh my god.
Honestly, I just made that up on the spot. I didn't plan that, but
That
it
does
kind of
not cause
has
destruction. The
it
party
kind of
does.
has a good ring to it. One inspiration given to Thalrak. So if you actually have a roll today, you have an inspiration from Proto, who is Out Wizard in your campaign.
Woo! I'll probably need it.
So we find ourselves here with Thalrak meeting a big old Barty, except for when Thalrak gets here, Thalrak sees that Mr. Barty chilling in the ring with Mr. George of the Gorge.
Of course.
And we need to change this real quick. And you see George of the Gorge raise his club above his head. And I don't know if you've seen this before, but he has a rather unremarkably looking club, and he goes, "I am George of the Gorge, and I am undefeated. 20 platinum to the winner, but this dwarf will have met his match. Who's with me?" And everybody starts to cheer and chant and shout George of the Gorge, like, you know, what's going on. And you see Bartholomew there just kind of rubbing his belly. Proto says, "Lead us well, leader. I'll fight by your side. Good luck in your quest today. May the gods serve you well."
Thank you. Because shit's gonna go bad, I have a feeling.
Very, very bad for Bartholomew, who rolled a 2 on his initiative. As George of the Gorge rushes forward as the bell rings, you see his club shine, and he rolls, and yeah, you know, Bartholomew's fucked, and he beats him in the head with the club, and you hear a loud crack, and Bartholomew falls to the ground unconscious. As George of the Gorge stands up and raises his to the cheering of the crowd, and then he walks off the stage to the bar and starts drinking.
God, just one hit KO. Or have they been at it for a while?
No, one hit KO.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, we're
I'm assuming someone goes and heals up Bartholomew.
No. No, he's just unconscious there. Face down, middle of the ring.
Alright. Well, then Thalrak is gonna go up and heal him. First off. So Thalrak will heal him to get him back up and conscious.
Yes. And he goes, "That was a wallop."
Yeah. I'm surprised you went down in one hit.
Oh, there must have been something special about that club. But then again, you got to expect it when the entry fee is $0.
Well, can we sit down and have a talk? This is gonna be something heavy.
Certainly. Are you paying for the drinks?
I will pay for the drinks.
More than bless you, lad. and he jumps over top of the ring, bounces off the ground, does a somersault midair, and lands in reverse on the chair.
All right. Well, then I'm gonna go sit down. So Thalrak is gonna pull up in the other chair next to him, and he's gonna look over at Bartholomew and go, "Look, I wanted to give this information to you sooner, but I also figured that with the information of you have no longer been in exile, I wanted you to enjoy that before I give you this. And I'm hoping you have had a good time to enjoy your non-exile, non-wanted time."
Well, I've certainly been doing a little bit more drinking. Did you know that in bars all across the land, they have a special drink that if you don't pass out, don't get drunk as fuck, it's free? I've been cleaning up, man!
I've been doing a lot. I've been doing a lot of that myself. At least when we first started adventuring, I did a lot of that.
It puts hairs on the balls.
That's one way to word it, yes. Now, look. I care a lot about you, Bartholomew, and this is coming from Moradin himself. I need, if you are willing to accept, I need your help, because as I'm trying to rule the city as a king, I still need a high priest of Moradin. And from the man himself, he has deemed you worthy of that title, and that you would lead our people into a glorious new era.
And he kind of looks down at himself, rubs his belly folds. You see the wrinkles and the liver spots. And you think I am the one to lead us into a new generation?
Moradin himself has talked to me, and I wish I could give you better clarification, something to truly show that he has given me this blessing to give unto you. And honestly, you are a good man. I've known you for a long time now. I would see no other person better to help lead the dwarves, even when you were convicted wrongly of crimes against dwarven kind. You stood your ground. You stood that you were innocent and that you had only the best intentions, and you have proven that to me time and time again.
Yes.
I wouldn't have gone as far as I have for you if I didn't think you were worthy of it. I wouldn't be sitting here telling you it, as Moradin has blessed it to hopefully be, that you would help lead the dwarves into a bright new era.
God help us.
I know you wish to remain neutral
this next
in all of this.
generation is fucked.
That's why we need someone like you.
I think
lead it.
people like you and me are the reason it's going to be fucked.
And
Can you
why do
honestly
say
tell
that?
me a nation of dwarves emulating yourself and myself aren't going to raise the world to the ground?
I don't purposely try to raise things to the ground, but
And
it
I
doesn't
jump
mean
and
we
I
can't.
bounce and drink, but you know, sometimes the outhouse goes down.
Yes, but that doesn't mean that our hearts aren't in the best of intentions and that we can't try. But look, if I wouldn't ask this of you if Moradin himself hadn't told me.
Thalrak.
What's up?
He's making a joke.
Oh, okay. It's hard to tell with the dwarven accent meta.
I'm sorry, I'm doing the best I can.
No, it's fine. It's also, this is a serious talk. He wasn't expecting jokes out of it.
Bartholomew, when has Bartholomew ever not joked?
You're not wrong, but he's still trying to be honest about it. Like,
Oh
he's
yeah,
trying
no,
to be
this
like,
is just Bartholomew. Bartholomew is Bartholomew, and you're putting, what's a good? You're putting one of the Three Stooges at the head of the church. Like, he's very sincere, but
yeah.
I mean, his primary combat style is bouncing like a bumble. All right, continue.
Look, I know you want to remain neutral in this whole thing that's potentially going to come up, but I also wouldn't be doing right by you if I didn't tell you this. I wouldn't be a good friend if I were to hide this from you. I was hoping that it would be under better circumstances as a whole, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I need your help. Sure, we're not the most perfect men in the world to do this, but there are no better men in the world right now that have the kind of hearts that we do. If you are saying that you're willing to do this, if your family needs any help moving, I will provide funds to help you all get there safely.
The church proper will start with just me and those from Safe Falls.
That's fine. Anyone that wishes to come back will be welcomed with open arms.
You don't understand. Nobody else. We start fresh.
You mean for the church itself? In the Citadel?
Yes, so that would mean that every current clergy member would be out until otherwise allowed back in after review by Bartholomew and his group.
That is perfectly fine, because Thalrak doesn't fully believe that they got everybody out that needed to be out.
It's going to cause some upsetness in your city for sure.
It's going to cause a mild upsetness, but let's be honest, if those who haven't been corrupted are still around, they're going to get back in just fine.
So, I'm just letting you know.
I mean,
the optics, I'm just saying the optics look bad. I'm not saying you're not doing the right thing.
Meta. There's already a way Thalrak's going to play this off is, Mordin has given me a sign that Bartholomew will lead us into the next era as the High Priest. However, with the previous leadership that was in place, we cannot be sure that the current priests within the Citadel of Mordin are as pure intended as they are giving us to believe. If they have nothing wrong, they will be welcomed back with open arms. They just have to get reviewed. That's it. Like, no one's getting punished, no one's getting permanently removed unless they deem themselves not worthy of it. And there's already easy tests that Thalrak can have set up for this too, which is going to be great.
All right.
So
then I think we're in accord.
Yep.
Well, I suppose we best be getting to work. Do you think you have enough spirit for the new church?
I hope I do, because right now the world is making me feel like a piece of shit.
Well, it's too bad that you don't have this city. They've got some of the best booze.
I just smile, just because.
And then it fades to black on that note.
Yeah.
Because we've done a transition for once. Look at a segue. The Thalrak. A little bit in the future. Sitting on his throne. Waiting for the emissary. from Baru's Keep.
Yeah.
And your person announces, and we have Cheyenne, emissary of Baru's Keep.
Thank you for coming. I appreciate your time.
Well, most do.
I know your time is valuable, and I will do my best to keep this as short as possible, as I do not wish to waste your time. As I suspect you are well aware, the world is kind of going into chaos. And I am trying to form an alliance to help combat that chaos.
And what would a city like Baru's Keep do? We do not
Well-
have warriors.
Well, that's the thing. I could always use people to do intelligence gathering or be librarians. As you know, Kadun is not a warring city. However, they have
Yes,
resources that we can put to other means.
Yes, but Khadun specializes in knowledge and books and dusty old things, and you see, we specialize in fun, joy, pleasure.
Yes,
Supper
and the
flesh.
morale of troops must be kept high whenever things start to get a little pressing.
But you see, it's not so easy to provide such services. The army's traveling through lands where such services are not allowed.
That's right. That's why it is called you pull them off the front and put them in reserve or give them a little bit of leave. If hold on, sorry, but
But that seems
what's that?
terribly inefficient.
But yet it keeps them away from the thoughts of war. It gives them their mind a little bit of
That's why
separation.
make them travel for that relief. Wouldn't it
Would
be
you rather
easier
that-
to just allow, if they're traveling through your lands, to just allow those people to travel with them?
If they are through my lands, yes, but if this war is off of my lands, there has to be other means to provide this. And I would rather not have civilians not equipped for war, or not even able to handle war, be near the front. I do not want innocents near that chaos.
So you're willing to use us, but not allow us free access to the rest of your land?
Oh no, that was not what I said. I was talking about the
So you,
logistics during the war.
So you would legalize such services throughout your lands, correct?
Throughout the Dwarven lands, I do not see the harm of it.
That does not help us much. Your people do not tend to frequent our establishments. We would be looking, if this is really to shape the future of the world, shouldn't all of our people be equal to pursue whatever they desire?
Told the other groups in this alliance, the individuals that join are still willing to come together, but as part of the alliance, they are still free and independent and under no one else's rule. That is the agreement.
Well then,
I cannot
here's
speak
what
on their
I
behalf.
answer for you. Should you come to an accord where our services and, of course, associated dependencies for those people are welcome all across your allied lands, then we can consider folding Baru's Keep in with such an alliance.
As I have said, that is not for my decision to make across the
No, but
entire
you did
alliance.
lead the alliance, so you can bring that before them.
I would gladly bring it before them, but that is their final decision. And if you wish to be there when that talk is had, and you wish to make your own case, because let's be honest, you'll be better at making that case than I will allow you to have the floor and thus to speak and answer questions that they might have for you, because I am not and will not be equipped as well as you are to field such questions.
As long as you preface that with your own show of support.
Absolutely.
Then
I do not see the harm of it in the Dwarven lands.
we will speak at such a summit.
All right, then when the time comes and I have a date for the summit, I will send word.
I will await your word. And she walks out. You hear a rustling.
The
and
voice changer's still on, Beta.
You hear a rustling and some kind of conflict, and you hear the door open, and somebody stumbles through the crack in the door and almost falls to the ground as the door slams behind them. And 1 second. Well, I never.
I believe you are the elven emissary.
Do you see any other elves in the city?
I mean no offense, I'm just confirming what I believe. I'd rather not make assumptions
We're
at this
going
time.
to be... Oh, I did not realize who I'd be coming to deal with.
Was there a problem with me? I do not
You have
understand
to
the
confirm
hostility.
that the only elf in your city is in fact the emissary that you sent for.
I would just like to make sure. I am not saying that it is out of the possibility. That is why my mind went to the immediate assumption of it, but I like to confirm my assumptions.
And she kind of turns to her owl and goes, I can't believe it either, Petunia.
Alright, well, I do apologize. I did not mean any harm or any insult by asking to confirm my suspicions. But I do appreciate your time, and I do appreciate you coming from the letter.
I couldn't tell by the behavior of your subjects.
They were told better, but I don't know why they were so forceful with you and restraining you. I do apologize. Maybe it was, if you were trying to come in while I was speaking with the previous emissary, that might have been why.
No, I was there at the time requested, waiting patiently.
Okay, and again, I do apologize. I do not know what happened outside the room. I can investigate after the fact. But I do apologize. Now, I understand that you're here, and I do appreciate your time, and I know it is very valuable. I wish to make this as quick as possible to not waste your time, as I can tell that you are a very busy woman and do not wish to waste your own time. As you are well aware, the world is starting to go into a bit of chaos. Reports are coming in that demons are starting to crop up throughout the realm, as well as Thalrak is planning to take over the world. If you oh wait, meta out of character, has that broadcast happened yet in this time or not yet?
Sure.
Oh, it has happened?
Well, I think so, because that broadcast... No, was that broadcast at the end of the 18 days?
I think it was for him. It was at the end of the 18 days.
Okay, then no.
Okay. We'll just play it safer than sorry that this was earlier in the 18-week or 18-day time span. So if it happens later, then it happens later. It's fine.
Yeah, this is all should have happened before the next party reaches their place. So this is all pre-18 days. Anything until the next recorded legitimate session. Well, not technically not, because technically the next legitimate session is tomorrow with Voltaire.
I think... Yeah.
You know what I mean, a Sunday, Monday session.
Yeah, okay. Well,
so technically party 1 will be 1 week IRL behind. So
Yeah.
the game week will be Monday to Sunday rather than Sunday to Saturday.
Yeah.
Yep.
No, that's fine. But okay, so we're playing it as the broadcast that Alvin did is not
It's
gone
not
out
done yet.
Got it. No, that's fine. Let me rewind a little bit. So the world has gone to chaos. Demons have started to come up throughout the lands, and Thalrak in Safe Falls has begun preparations with the discussions that I've had for him for a global empire under his rule. And I wish to form an alliance that will hopefully help defeat the demons, but not be an empire under one man's rule, as I feel that is not the way to do things for this world. I feel a coalition of the races and working together as an alliance would do us more harm than do us more good than the harm that would come from under one man's foot.
Roll luck. Holy fuck. You have a chance here, as long as you don't fuck this.
Oh God! All right,
And wanna know what's funny?
said...
I rolled my Alvin dice. Let me show you. Where's my phone? I'm gonna send you a picture of my Alvin dice.
I'm gonna use that inspiration, which is what, a D6?
A D4.
D4. All right. All right, 11.
Yeah, you only needed to get above a 10. You had to break that 50% mark, so you made it by 1. Because she rolled a natural 1. And between you and me, we know what time it is.
Hold up. Proto, are you still in chat? Please just type real quick in chat if you are still here. Oh my God. Holy shit. Oh, Proto, thank you for that inspiration. You just saved my fucking bacon.
That inspiration you gave him at the beginning of the session half an hour ago saved him by 1 point. By 1 point. And it gave him an opportunity, because between you and me, Thalrak, you know where I'm sitting right now. And an inspiration occurred to me, which means it occurred to her, who is not the most important, but kind of important daughter of the elvish like royal family.
Oh shit.
And she says to you, perhaps we can work something out. I cannot promise you an alliance, but should you commit your firstborn heir to be married to me, fourth in line, we can maybe perhaps convince our nations to be united under a single royal family in one generation.
Meta, out of character, does this include Patty's kids as they are right now?
No, it only includes something that could actually be mistaken as a dwarf. Or a dwarf kraken hybrid, or a dwarf whatever the fuck's gonna go happen.
That's fine. Then
yeah,
this
those
works.
things were
okay. So
because
if
it has
she
to
means
be from you. Those are because of your marriage. That's how krakens reproduce. But it's not of you. It's not your blood in them. It's your impression. Because krakens reproduce asexually, but they imprint their partner.
That's
these
fine.
krakens, not real krakens. These krakens imprint upon their partner and take characteristics of their partner and imbue them into their children.
So for her, she's asking for
a blood child.
Okay, so she's basically doing the Fae bit.
I guess. But
well, Fae usually want you to give them your firstborn, meaning that you have to sleep with another Fae to then have that they
kind
give birth
of,
to.
but you're not they're not being taken. It's just they're gonna be married now. Yeah.
Yeah. It's a political wedding.
Well, yeah, but there's no guarantee you get the elves out of this. But you do guarantee you marry an elf into your family who is in the royal family. But basically, out of character, what's going on, so you get context, is
But she's
making a
fourth in
power
line, right?
she's making a power play to be first in line, basically.
Yeah, first in line of the dwarves.
Well, no, first in line of the dwarves and the elves, because she's hoping you will work with her to get the elves to make her first in line, so that the next generation is a combined kingdom.
And you said first son or first child?
First son, because she's
Okay.
and she's straight and she's a woman.
No, that's fine. I just want to verify that.
Yep.
'Cause
Yeah, good call. I think I said son, but I'm not sure. I could be wrong.
I think you did, but I'm just verifying
Yeah, no,
this
all
because,
good, all good.
because with how this is right now, meta, I didn't even think I'd potentially even have a foot in the door, and I
Neither
have
did
that
I.
right now.
Either did I. Remember that where I said this is gonna get real spicy? This is apparently what happened. But are you gonna go for that? Are you gonna make that oath? That oath in blood? I mean, it's gonna be a binding contract.
I cannot speak on behalf of my firstborn son, for he is already of age to decide for himself. If he so chooses to have you as his wife, then I will not hesitate
Who do you
to
have as a
give my
son?
blessing. Patty's kids.
No, they don't count. It has to be of your blood.
Meta.
What? They know how Krakens work.
Meta.
What?
They will count.
Oh, well, I mean, that'll work.
You don't know yet, but out of character, they will count.
Okay.
That's all I'm saying to
Okay,
this
well,
right
that's
now.
fine then. And it
Two.
must be first in line.
That is his stance right now. But as I said, I cannot force him into this. If he so chooses you to be his wife, then I will give that blessing. Is that fair enough?
Certainly. And then out of character, we're gonna quick time resolve that. And I don't know what this process is. I don't really need to know, but he'd be fine with it.
Cool, fine. We'll let that play out as the future goes. But ultimately, Thalrak did not want to be a hypocrite to his own stance as the Alliance.
Yeah.
Because he sees this as a test of, well, I should not have some. I don't want anyone to be under anyone's boot. So why would I do that to my own son just for this?
No, but yeah, no, he's down with it. You show him a picture, he's fine with it.
And out of character, Thalrak hopes that she sees that as like, hey,
Out of character,
I'm not a
Alvin's
hypocrite.
dice gave you a 20 on your hidden luck roll. So
Okay.
Alvin's dice, the ones I sent you that I bought because they look, oh, I didn't buy them because they look like Alvin, but they look exactly like Alvin. And if Alvin wins, he's gonna get these dice sent to him.
Oh, really?
They rolled a nat 1 on her check for when you rolled your luck, and rolled a nat 20 on the check to see if he was gonna be a kind of person that it was like, yeah, look, hot elf, yeah, I'm cool with that.
Cool.
So Alvin's dice did wonders for you today.
Hell yeah.
Of course, you're still gonna have a very uphill battle convincing the elves to accept this marriage, and then also move her up to first in line, because you don't have the elves right now. You have an elf noble daughter fourth in line.
That's fine. She can at least begin the talks.
She can,
and,
yes. This
and
went
Thalrak-
far better than I ever expected it could have.
Joe,
Like, you didn't get the
Meta.
elves, but you got way more than I ever
got my
thought.
foot in the door, Meta. I didn't expect my foot in the door.
Oh, fucking weird ass way for this episode to have gone.
Yeah, no, Meta, everything went better than expected. That's literally the meme right now for me.
Look at that. Alvin's gonna be so angry. He's gonna be like, what the fuck, Meta? I don't know what just happened. I could not see.
Son, and I'm gonna let it happen if he wants it.
I couldn't see Bartholomew turning down the head priesthood. I just couldn't see him doing it.
He's that kind of person.
And then Baru's Keep, that's I mean that's a cliffhanger. We'll see what happens when you meet at some point after those 18
but,
days with the alliance members. But
yeah, but at least Thalrak has given a hey. I'm not again. He's not going to become a hypocrite of
Yeah.
his own stance of this alliance.
Yep.
He cannot and will not choose for the other members of the alliance.
Yeah.
Per his agreement that he has offered every single member so far that has agreed to this
Yep.
and even rejected it, they are to remain free and independent. The alliance is mainly just to make sure that everybody works together
Yep.
and that disputes are resolved hopefully peacefully.
But you're gonna have to call an alliance meeting.
Oh no, that's fine.
That's
That
gonna
I
be
already
interesting
expected.
to get all of those people in a room.
As soon as I told you, hey, I want to form an alliance, my mind went, you fucking idiot, now you have to do a UN speech.
Yep. But
Fucking idiot.
But with that, I will say thank you everyone for watching. Thank you, Thalrak, for playing. This has been a strange and intriguing episode, and we
Yep.
will see you tomorrow.